everyone, welcome to Bargain Gaming, where we can play excellent games without busting our wallets. We're starting a brand new game. It's called Mount and Blade Warband. I tried the tutorial and I totally sucked at it. It was just a... we cannot continue. We cannot load a new game because there's nothing in there. Let's try load a game. We have nothing. Sorry. So we're starting a brand new game. So I don't want to play the tutorial. It is just... I did horribly at it. Anyway, this whole process is about... although I did some research on some background as to... This game apparently is very hard. So let's start a new game. Do you wish to play... No. Because I'm really embarrassed when I play the tutorial. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play as a lord, and then I'm gonna be the standard rear echelon asshole, telling our soldiers to hey charge, and then once the battle's over, then we'll go up and collect the loot. That's this, because I suck at riding, I suck at archery, I suck at melee. I keep getting killed, and in the tutorial I cannot hit the target when riding a horse. So what I do is I actually stop the horse in front of the target and then shoot it, or hit it with a lance. It was awful. It was embarrassing. I was embarrassed by myself. So I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, we'll see if we can. If operating as a rear echelon asshole, we can actually do any progress in this game. So I'm telling you ahead of time, I am not very good at this game. The tutorial tells me I'm actually very bad at this. I think this game was initially set up as for a PC, but then it was ported to the console. So the PC, at least the mouse point and click, the targeting is much easier. But in the mouse, you have to actually you have to control the left stick and right stick, and so it is very slow. It's much slower, and I don't have that dexterity. Anyway, so I should stop talking about my deficiencies here. Let's just go ahead and talk. Welcome, adventurer, to Mount and Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that in the traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of the nobility. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play a female character, or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier time. But women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. That makes me really, females during the medieval period, I don't think I will play. It is a level of difficulty that I don't think even I will aspire to. You know, it's like, forget it. It's like beyond my reach. So I'm gonna be realistic in the sense that realistic about my own limitations. So let's go with male. An impoverished lord. So that means we can have an easier. We were told we will have an easier time if we're noble. But you know what? We are not such a weasel that not such a weasel. I'm not. We're not. I would say we have played enough. I've played enough games long enough so that we should not take the easiest route either. So. Okay, let's say a traveling merchant. No, this is a war game, right? War band, right? So anything else? So we need to be a warrior, you know, a hunter, maybe a steppe nomad. You know, I love archery, but like I said, I suck at the concept of archery. I love the concept. I don't know archery, but the concept of archery is it's like so what do you call this? So intriguing to me in the sense that we can be riding on a horse and then shooting from a distance, and we're not hurt at all, right? We cannot. So we're a range fighter. Range fighter always has what do you call this? An advantage over the melee fighter. But I suck at archery, so I knew that. Like I said, when I was in the tutorial, I could not aim. I could not ride and aim, and it's just I had to stop my horse in front of the target, and so that was bad. So we're not gonna do that. Step nomad, that's I would like to be, but I don't think I can do it. A thief, well, you know, this is a fighting game. No, let's go pick a veteran warrior. As a child, your family scrabbled out of meager living for your father's wages. It was not an easy existence. You were too poor to get much of an education. You learned mainly how to defend yourselves on the streets with or without a weapon in hand. You start to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. So you spend your early life, you know, let's not make ourselves so difficult. At least as a page, I think we learn you know, we cannot be a total Conan at this, right? That means we aspire one day to be a lord of a castle and possibly a lord of a faction. So we cannot be a total barb at this. So I think let's get some polishing. As a boy growing out of childhood, you were sent to live in the court of one of the nobles in the land. There, your first lessons were in humility, as you waited upon the lords and ladies of the household. But from their chess games, their gossips, even the poetry of great deeds and courtly love, you quickly began to learn about the adult world of conflict and competition. You also learned about the rough games of the other children who battered each other with sticks in imitation of their elder sword. Then, as a young adult, life changed, as always does. You become... I think I want to be a squire. I don't want to be a troubadour. This would be like a bard, university student, maybe. But you know, this is a fighting game. A smith, a peddler, yeah, a poacher makes sense, right? Because again, that's archery though. So okay, I think I'll go. It's like poacher. I always associate with like Robin Hood or something. A squire is like a melee guy. Okay, let's go melee. Let's go to basic hitting something hard with a pointed or a big blunt weapon is. I don't think it is very hard to learn. It's, you know, archery has a finesse to it. Horse riding has a finesse to it. But blunt or sharp edge, point it at the right direction, and I think we can do some damage. Through the though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. When you were named squire to a noble of the court, you practiced long hours of weapons. Oh, okay. So this gives us weapons then. Okay. By becoming a squire, yeah, learning how to deal out hard knocks and how to take them too. You were instructed in your obligations to your lord and your duties to those who might one day be your vassals. So we're learning courtly way. So this is something we actually have to do if we want to aspire to become a lord, and if potentially, like a shot at the moon, a kicking of our own faction. But in addition to learning the chivalric ideal, you also learn about the less uplifting side. Old warrior stories of ruthless power politics, of betrayals and usurpations of men and who used guile as well as valor to achieve their aims. But soon everything changed and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision? Personal revenge? I don't know. Any of this? Lust for power? I don't think we want to be so nakedly obvious. We can say personal revenge, maybe? Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life to become an adventurer. Still, it was not a difficult choice to leave with rage burning brightly in your heart. Rage or ambition, right? It doesn't matter. So like there's a fire in the belly. In this case, in our heart. You want vengeance. You wait. Justice. What was done to you cannot be undone, and these debts can only be paid in blood. Become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. How do we do this? Now enter your name and distribute your attribute skills, weapon points. You can go to various elements in the screen and learn how to... Okay. Let us enter our name. How about Salhadin? And then on the left side, Wow, we are so low in intelligence. And let's just put everything in intelligence. Okay, wow, this is... So, Iron Flesh gives us 2+2, Power Strike, Power Straw, oh, so Power Strike, oh. So apparently, every attribute we have, Strength, Agility, Intelligence, and Charm, on the left side, the middle column represents skills that are derivative of the attributes on the left side. So that means we cannot have more than 1/3 of the attributes on the left side. So in this case, in intelligence, we have 8. We just moved it up to 8. So the maximum, like, I think, trainer skills, like pathfinding is, party map speed is increased by 3% per skill point. So these are determined by, so we can have only 2 points in this. Once we hit 9 intelligence, then we can do up to 3. So I believe pathfinding in the party map is important because there's a lot of chasing in this. And then I think surgery, each point to this skill gives a 4% chance that a mortally struck party member will be wounded rather than killed. Oh, that's good. That's good. So if we put 2 points to it, we now have 8%, right? So they do not die immediately. And I think we want prison management. This allows us, every level of this skill increases maximum number of prisoners by 5. So we can capture prisoners in effect. And then the other final one, I think inventory management. This increases 6 slots. I guess that's it. And then we go into distribution of weapons, skills. Oh, okay, we're given a choice of, let's choose random. We're choosing, okay. The up stick, up, the D-pad up on the D-pad allows us to move up. And then, so the skin is highlighted, we can change it to, wow, that's too swarthy. Wow. I think those are the only choices. Okay. And then let's D-pad right. We go to the beard. Oh, he's too scruffy looking. I don't like this skin. No, let's go back to the random. I don't want his... Looking for... Looking for the right look. A conqueror... The eyes are too kindly. I want a little more... See, we've seen the hard life of a warrior. So there should be some kind of the look. I should be a little bit on the harder side, meaning the eyes are too close. This guy is moderate. I would say moderate, maybe. He is like chill look. He is like more indifferent rather than. Okay, let's work with him, and then let's go back to D-pad up, skin. What? Why is the skin changing his look? No. We're changing the skin. Why is it changing his look? This is crazy. We're not in randomized anymore. Yeah, this is the randomized look. Oh, this guy has a nice, kindly eyes. How about let's go with him? Okay, about hair. We want some hair. Yeah, ponytail. Okay, a ponytail. Okay. Okay. I don't want to do too much here. Okay, let's done. Right? Is that done? Right? You hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy, a haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroat, and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, and glory. In this land, which holds great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key of your destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventures will await you. Drawn by the stories you hear about Calradia and its kingdoms, you join a caravan to Praven, that's the kingdom of Suedia. Vagirs, Suedia is like knightly area. Vagirs are strong in they're archers. Kurgits, they're more like the Mongols, kingdom of Norse, they're like Vikings. Rodoks are very similar to Suedia, but they're more spear-oriented. The Saranid is more like the Arabic. I think I chose Salhadin because I think let's try the Saranid. I love the concept of being an Arab with the genie and all kind of stuff. You came with a caravan crossing the great desert to the east of Calradia. The Bedouin guides chose your route carefully, leapfrogging through. Okay, let's just continue. You're exhausted by the time you find the inn in Shariz and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands like the hairs on an... Oh, somebody's gonna... Okay, pressing down on the left stick allows us to go into the first perspective. Okay, and that was R2. So pressing down goes from third person to first person. Who's this? And then, oh, merchant. Are you all right? Well, I guess you're alive. At any rate, I'm not sure that we can say the same for the other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night. Although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. Okay, the merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a check in the street. So, wow. Okay, I guess this would be a good place to save our game. Save as... Let's put Salhadin. Right? You know, I always try to save it twice. Because in this game, I think there is a realistic mode. And we weren't given a choice. Okay, I'll save that again. So this will be Salhadin 1. Okay. Because when I was going through the tutorial, I was given this and I tried to play with it, and I was asked to go on the realistic campaign or not. I did pick realistic. Realistic means that every time we quit, it automatically saves. Or if when we come out, even in the control sides, like on the options, what did we pick here? I think let's improve the gamma a bit. So that's using the left stick to control it. Battle size, then circle to get out, D-pad down to get to the next one, press X. So we choose the battle size to 100. Here, music volume, press X. Left on the D-pad, we move it out to middle. Circle to get out. Down on D-pad to go to sound volume, press X. Let's get the middle. Press X again. Camera sensitivity, battle size, control stick direction automatic. By inverse, lance control automatic. Reduced to 1/4 is easiest. Let's pick. No. We don't want normal. Half. It's 1/4 is easiest. So this half also. Poor, normal, English, default. Disable autosave. So we have disabled autosave. Show attack direction. I want that. Targeting. So these are all the report damage. Okay. All of these will help us in terms of. So let us save the game the second time here to make sure we actually have it saved. See, because we cannot quit without saving, and every time we leave a castle or enter a castle, it automatically saves. That's what it calls realistic. So if we encounter a bad situation and we quit, there's no such thing as quit without saving. It automatically saves. Okay, so this guy has a job for us. Now let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands in the hills driven to banditry by war, death, or love, or violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers. Fewer men to keep their eye on the streets. But I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking, a lad from a prominent house out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too, but you're a stranger here and didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse, but he had his family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start thinking that you can't protect your investments either, and they can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about a ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So he wants us. Here's my proposition. You look like you have a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Calradia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do: gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? Yeah, sure. So this is, again, you won't be able to do this by yourself, though, if you try and take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted. I'll warn, you'll first want to round out a group of volunteers. There's always a few lads in the villages around here looking for a bit of work. That's more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay. So take this purse of 100 dinars. Dinars is their currency then. Consider it an advance on your reward. Go around to the villages and use. So this is the real tutorial. And use the money to hire some help. I reckon that you need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Okay, let's go collect the villages. Good. You can find me again in Tavern in Charis after you've got your group together. You have taken your first quest. You may view your quest log by pressing the touchpad. Okay, touchpad. And left stick to guide the pointer. Collect 5 men. Okay, so 0 circle to go back. Save this. Okay. Oh, saving. Okay, and then let's continue with the game. Pressing circle lets us get out to the countryside. So we are in the countryside. So these are apparently villages. That's a castle. I think he told us to go out here and recruit people, right? You are now viewing the overland map. Press X on the map to move your party to that location. Enter the selected town or pursue the selected party. Time will pause on the overland map if your party is not moving. Oh, I love this. Automatic pause. Waiting or resting. To wait anywhere, simply press the hold down. Oh, circle button. Use L1, R1 to navigate through the buttons below. Oh, I see. Okay. Ah, I see. I mean this one. So report notes characters. Okay, and then our party. I guess we're the only one. And okay, point here. Recruit. No. Ouch. Okay, I guess yeah, there goes our timer. So let me cut the episode right here. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you'll join me in the next episode. Bye.